Hey everyone, Shadow Rockets here, and on today's episode of Halo Testbed, we are going to be looking at the SPNKr rocket launcher, or as I like to sometimes call it, the SPNKr rocket launcher. Well, without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to start with the 15 pace shot, and that's going to be this distance that you're seeing right now. It takes about 1.45 seconds to reach that distance, and that distance will make more sense to you when we do vehicle tests on speed. When scoped in, however, it only takes 1.25 seconds to get that 15 steps, which is 14% faster. This distance you're seeing right there was the distance that you could actually hurt yourself by shooting. As you can see, I just barely hurt myself. Using the angled protractor of physics here that I have developed on our Halo testbed, you'll see I am about to teabag right at the upper limit of the rocket's area of effect, which is just huge. It is absolutely massive. And the problem with this is it's circular. So you'll see this distance right there I just teabagged, that is the upper bound, and we're gonna find out, we're gonna go over here. You'll see me shoot a couple times just so Tidius Bull can get slowly into the actual kill range. You're gonna have to wait a little bit for his shields to recharge, but that's okay. But anyway, this is just a massive range, a huge radius on the rocket. Granted, it really doesn't do anything. It's about an exponential increase until you see that spot right there where I took all of his shields down. But again, it's not higher upwards, or it's not, you know, in a direction in particular. It is absolutely radial, so it works in every single direction, and it seems to be the same distance for vehicles. Now, I will take the time to point out that the aim down sights time for the rocket launcher is 0.233 seconds, which is relatively high compared to the rifles and whatnot. The rate of fire is 1.27 seconds in between each rocket. And again, the area of effect is just huge, and you're seeing it visually right here. It's about 1.5 of those blocks away. And for the vehicles, it's about, what would it be? About 2 traffic cones we're going to see here, and throw it in later just to kind of give a visual representation. I figured this would be better. Now, for this part of the episode, I wanted to show you just how small of a gap you could fit a rocket through. That a rocket is not actually as big as it looks when you shoot it. It is quite literally just a bullet. It is the size of a pistol bullet, essentially. Not visually, but physically. We could shoot just straight through all of these. Granted, it's a little bit difficult. You'll see I struggle and miss a few shots here, but at the same time, it is just absolutely thin and flawless when I do get it through. Seems like you have to aim a little bit above. There might be a little bit of bullet drop there. We didn't do too many extremely long range tests, but we will go from here to show you more about vehicles, because I did want to show how much damage it takes to kill each vehicle. First, I want to show you that the rocket has absolutely no damage on the other side of walls. And I don't want to throw out any spoilers, but it's different from some of the other rocket launchers in this class. It just, no matter how thin the wall is, Tidius Bull, if he gets on the right side of the wall, it takes absolutely no damage at all, which is really just impressive. I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I dislike it. However, you can kill someone if you shoot their gun, if their gun is sticking out through the wall, as you're about to see here. I just kind of wanted to point that out. It's kind of overpowered in some cases. See, I kill him very easily, very immediately. So now, moving on to mongooses and other vehicles. It takes 1 shot to kill a mongoose with a rocket launcher, which really should come as no surprise considering mongooses, as it is called plurally in the Forge mode list of previous games, they have no armor. However, you are able to shoot a person out of a mongoose without killing the mongoose if you so choose to get a direct hit. 2 shots to kill any kind of warthog, that's not including the Warzone armored warthogs. 5 shots to kill a tank. Now, this is the most shots of any vehicle. The tank just takes so many rockets. Truly is impressive. I mean, it makes sense though if you think about it. Here, I just wanted to show that the 2 cone area again on the Mongoose. It only takes 2 shots to kill a Mantis with a rocket launcher. It's really weird. 1 shot to kill a Ghost, as is expected, is kind of the equivalent of a Mongoose. 4 shots to kill a Wraith, which is 1 shot less than a tank. Now granted, none of these are in the weak areas of the vehicles, which I think only seems to matter on the Phaeton, but we will have to see that later. 2 shots on the Banshee, which is a little bit more than a Ghost, you know, whatever. The Phaeton was weird. It took 3 to 4 shots, and that is because sometimes it does exactly what it just did and shoots the weak spot on the Phaeton. But we'll get back to that soon. Now, the Banshee, when you do the acrobatics, it completely takes off the locking on method of the rocket launcher, or the skill of the rocket launcher, but also it confuses the rocket, but only for while you're doing the acrobatics. Even if you do multiple acrobatics, it will confuse the rocket, but eventually it will come back around to you unless you just keep doing those acrobatics, which is really interesting, I feel. And the rockets, they do some pretty incredible things. This goes outside the building and comes back around to hit Tidy's Bowl. Absolutely insane. You don't have to relock on, by the way. However, the Phaeton, when it does its thrust, it does not break the lock if I actually was able to keep the lock on going. So anyway, friends, that is it for the rocket launcher. It is a marvelous weapon in my opinion. The beautiful Spunker rocket launcher, as opposed to the new, modern, weird-looking rocket launcher. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, don't forget to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time when we do the regular rocket launcher. Shadow Rockets out.